Hey, this is part two of the review. So I missed a word on this paragraph, master suite. You'll have to change it to primary. But I know that you could have picked out some of these words in the additional features, so just make sure you remember to go through there. And I am considering changing this to a PDF where we just leave additional features out of the addendum pages and have Dale copy and paste page one of the listing and include that as a regular exhibit. That way the information is there. And under property features, I'm sorry, under property description, additional features on page one, you could say, above average quality with reproduction millwork or something, one of the canned comments or something else that you might come up with on your own. But you could also say, see also the attached MLS listing sheet for features described in the broker's listing. All right, great job on the water damage and cost to cure. Really good. Smoke detectors, seismic is good. GLA is well done. I'm going to do again the grid last, non-bracketed feature, which will bring me to, so, generally I just remove the time adjustment when values are stable, but it's okay to leave it in there, I guess. Um, I'll have to check this section of you do a great job, by the way, of having your GLA and like having your comments reconcile with what you did in the grid. I would put an extra carriage return here, other amenities. This is a space after this. I would put a space after the basement's paragraph. And at that point, maybe even do a page return so that the other amenities starts on the next page, just for readability. Okay, the comp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments I'll check. The weighted average I'll have to check. And how I'm going to do it is I'll look at it on my iPhone on one hand, and I'm using my iPad to do this video. Okay, don't get seasick. I'm going to just go flipping through a bunch of pages because I want to comment on something I noticed. Okay, so it's great to include the previous broker floor plans. However, do you see anything wrong with this one? Any words that might be offensive? So you have to white that out and or get somebody to do it for you. Um, you know, uh, that's good. I just want to say, look at this sketch you did. Wow. Seriously, wow. And I count four, not five, full bathrooms above grade. So I think you've made a mistake on the sales grid. I'm not going to count them on this recording. The pictures, I hate when the sun does that, but that's okay. We have two street scenes. Probably, there's one thing I would say, give three pictures of the driveway. It seems like a lot. So you might say this is, view from public street, because it's a long driveway, right? It's a feature. Front yard, side yard. So I would say left side, right side. Side yard, side yard. Why not put right or left? When you label backyard as backyard. Uh, you know, these are fine. It's good. You're giving a lot of information. You're bringing the reader there. Rate on remediation. I don't think anybody goes, oh, what's the impact on value or marketability when they see that? So I'm not worried about that. Well, I also think you might not have a sump pump comment now that I'm thinking back about, yeah, that's not here. That would be back in the addendum section, obviously. Um, looks like there's some photos that have been blurred, so Dale took care of that step. Ensuite, 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 ensuite. California closet. Tray ceilings. Yeah, nice features. Yeah, I guess those could go in the features list. Tray ceiling, California closets, primary bedrooms. Yes, you did get the attic. Fantastic. I'm really glad. But, attic burner. Yeah, technically that's also an air handler, but that's okay. I always say add HVAC because it's heating, venting, and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. But that's not necessarily any more accurate than what you've done. It's an adequate label. I guess that's tile. You do a great job with photos, Chetna. Really. Okay, basement media room in the process of flooring replacement. Where's the cost to cure for that? And was there a flood? And is there any sign, and is there any odor? Just thinking like a reviewer. Like, well, central vac, that is cool. Well, where's the other furnace? HVAC. Basement furnace. Okay. It is a furnace, and these are AC condensers, old ones. And okay, I know you're getting the comp photos. So let me just go back to something. Just when you are on page one, if you have a sump pump, that gets a comment. Now, especially when you have a floor that's being replaced. Okay, I already told you about this section. You have to pick updated or not updated. Updates can be painting, right? But I don't really think that they're updated. And I'm going to get sorry for the rapid scrolling that I do here. What did I just forget? Yeah, so the sump pump comment would go in the part of the addendum where you describe the subject. You know, sort of how you do the. I'll just go there, and then I'll do the grid, and then I'll be done. It would go like around this section. Smoke and CO, seismic water bracing. I might put it after that, but before layout, because layout is like the context. Water bracing, smoke detectors, those are all inside the building. Basement, unfinished water damage noted in small parts of the wall in the living room. Oh, I can't see any water damage. I'm not going to just go to this photo because that'll just make me swipe all these pages up again. But you have a photo labeled water damage, which is good, but I can't see any water damage. I'm wondering if you zoomed in. If not, over here you said water damage, it seems so minor, but you have $1,500. I feel like $1,500, you got to have a photo where somebody can go, oh, I see why they have to spend $1,500. The wall board is warped, right? The other thing that I talk about, the cost to cure, if you know it, and the cost to cure the water damage in the living room wall by removing and replacing the plaster and repainting the entire room, for example, you know, putting in a scope of work for the cost to cure is always a good idea. Makes sense? And where's the cost to cure for the bed basement floor? And I'm just not going to read this whole thing. If you didn't describe the basement floor so that they'll, you know, being replaced, even though it's in a photo, I think you should also put it here because it belongs in the cost to cure. And, you know, maybe use $10 or $12 a square foot, estimate how big the room is. You could use HomeWise. You know about HomeWise, I'm sure. And they have a pretty good pricing. All right, now it's time for me to go to the sales grid. I think how I'm going to do this is I'm going to open on my iPhone the comments that the scribe, because I can see them if I turn my iPhone horizontal. Okay, yeah, I want the sales grid. I'm going back up. Sales grid is above this. What am I doing? I'm so used to clicking. All right, comp 1, 2, 3. Now on my iPhone, I'm looking at your time, location, site size. It says no adjustments. Um, I when I have neutral residential cul-de-sac, I guess it's okay to leave res in there. I always take it out just because it gets kind of crowded. Especially if you need a third one. Oh yeah, it was busy. So yeah, you explain that. Just make sure your percentages on the grid are the same as what you have said. Just make, and I think you're pretty good at that wherever you've made. But here's a neutral residential, which has an adjustment. Here's a neutral residential with no adjustment. You need a zero there. This tells me you didn't do E&O because E&O would definitely pop up a UAD error because if you have any on a horizontal row, when the subject has neutral residential cul-de-sac and this has neutral residential, it will say where's the adjustment. There's a difference with no adjustment. They point it out to you. So run E&O and it should catch those. Again here, DT3 colonial. This is a D2 colonial and there's no zero here. You have to put a zero if you don't make an adjustment. That is a UAD reporting requirement, and it's also caught by E&O. So the year built. Oh my God, there's no zero for the year built here. 22, 21, 13. Okay, well, when you're running, all those things will reconcile themselves. You have 4.2 baths above grade, 4 bedrooms, each with an ensuite. I don't know where you got the fifth bathroom. If I'm missing it, I didn't see it in your sketch. I didn't see it in the marketing plans. There is a bathroom down here in the basement, but this is the above grade right here. So 5.2, fix that to 4.2, or fix your sketch putting in the fifth bathroom because I didn't see it. Again, all the stuff I could be wrong about. Anything that I'm wrong about, just ignore. 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, no zero right here. Oh God, why does it do that? I touch the screen and it jumps. Anyway, 5 bedroom, you should have a zero here in the adjustment. Same with this comp here. All of the garages are different than the subject without any zeros. Other amenity. Okay, why doesn't it say barn here for the subject? Where's the barn? Oh, is this not the one with the barn? Oh, right, that was the sale. Never mind. Understood. Okay, barn, 1,100 square feet. Um, and I think your adjustment was 5%. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what that works out to be. Is that 100 a square foot? Maybe. Um, anyway, I think that's a reasonable adjustment as is. And thank you. 2 listings. Good job with that. Again, across the board site adjustments are missing the zeros. The style here is a cape without a zero. All those will pop. The ages don't have their zeros in the adjustment column. Repeating myself. This says 3.5 baths. I don't believe that there's 5 half baths. There's no way that there's 5 half baths. And also, do the adjustments then make sense for? I don't know. So you're mixing UAD and GP recording, and let me go back and check this one. 6, 3.2, 4.1. Okay, those are correct. Yeah. Again, the garage row missing zeros. Prior sale we talked about. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to just take a brief look at the section I was just looking at on my iPhone, which is your comments. There were no site adjustments. Actual ages. Gross living area I assume is 80. No bedroom adjustments is okay. Finished basements. Put a carriage return or a page return for other amenities to make it neat. Full bath and half bath 30 and 15. I'm sure those things were applied. Barn 5%. Comp 1, comp 2, even though it's on a side street. Okay, here it says, you say, even though located on a side street, it was adjusted for an inferior location adjacent to a busy street. You mean even though it's located on a cul-de-sac? I don't know what the map is. In which case, it just seems inconsistent. Because side street is side street, cul-de-sac is cul-de-sac. They're not the same thing. Not all side streets are cul-de-sac, but all cul-de-sacs are side streets. So you got to change side street to cul-de-sac. Or look at the map, and if it's not a cul-de-sac, then it's get rid of cul-de-sac in there. Although I assume you wouldn't write something, describe something as a cul-de-sac that wasn't. Most recent sales, some over. Okay, overall is one word. By the way, in one of your, somewhere else you have the word throughout as 2 words. Throughout is one word. Overall is one word. So that's something that just maybe have a list of words that you, that are compound, that you decompress. Net quality similar, however, 3 adjustment. Okay, good. Under agreement 161 days. Okay, so if one under agreement 161 days, that is 5 months. In your opinion of value, look at this one. This is a new construction listing. Okay. Explain, finish up the description of comp 4 with the reason why the extended market time on this comp. The extended market time is attributed to, maybe if you look at the listing sheet, unrealistic initial list prices or unrealistic list prices. New construction, you could say the extended market time of over a year is attributed to marketing pre-construction and leaving the listing running during the entire construction process, which is atypical. And maybe you can find out that when after the, who knows, maybe after the first open house, if It sold within 30 days. So at that point, it's really not a 428-day listing. But you must always make sure going forward that if you have days on market in your grid, I mean, you're actually highlighting them here, but I missed that part when I looked at the grid, is the day of market has to reconcile back to the USPAP page where you've given an opinion of the market time, which I think was less than a month to 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. And so when you have any comps that are outside of your, because that's an opinion of what you think the subject will sell day on market. Okay, I want to stop talking about that one now. Ordered by weight, looks like that's correct. Value is fine as always. Predominant value, I'm sure that makes sense. I'm done. That is the end of the second thing. Good job. Thank you, Chetna. And talk to you soon. Call me if you have any questions.